This video is going to help you change the habit of sleeping late. You want the self-discipline to wake up early? Do you want to know how to stop going to bed so late? If you want these answers, then you are in the right place. I'm Ross Jacobson, aka The Disciplined Rebel. This channel is all about helping you build self-discipline. I'm going to divide this video into two sections. First, I'm going to discuss how to build the self-discipline to wake up early. Second, I'm going to talk about how to stop going to bed so late. Section 1. How to build the self-discipline to wake up early. The key to waking up when you want is to immediately go into a preset routine as soon as you get up in the morning. Here's how to do that. Step number 1. Avoid your phone. I used to look at my phone the second I got up. Then I would either A, hit the snooze and go back to sleep, or B, lay in bed texting, diving through emails, and randomly looking stuff up on the internet, which would completely drain my energy to do more productive things. Now, I have a rule that I don't look at my phone until I've gotten through most of my morning routine. If this is difficult for you, try using a non-phone alarm, and don't charge your phone in the bedroom. That way you won't get as tempted by your phone first thing in the morning. Step 2. Have a good starter habit. Next, have a specific starter habit which prompts you to start moving into your routine. Your starter habit should have two features: ease and movement. First, it should be something which is incredibly easy to do. That way, even in your tired state, you can handle doing it. Second, it needs to involve getting out of bed and getting moving. Examples include drinking a glass of water, putting on your gym clothes, or eating a snack you like. Another thing that can work well is to put your alarm on the other side of the room the night before. That way, when you wake up, your starter habit is to get up and turn it off. Remember, that initial groggy state is the hardest part to get past. Once you get moving, it's all downhill from there. Step 3. Choose the rest of your morning routine wisely. Next, experiment with different morning routines. See what sequence of habits is the most successful in getting you up and about. Here are some key things to consider. Place easier actions at the beginning of your routine. Keep doing easy habits to gain momentum until you were sure you were not going back to bed. Then you can start to incorporate some of the harder things, like doing work or studying. Prep things the night before. Try to prepare things the night before so your morning self has an easier time with things. For example, if you work out, you can pick out the gym clothes you plan to wear the day prior. That way you have them all laid out and ready to go. Or if you need to write a paper, put your computer out somewhere you will notice it, and have a Word document already opened. Just include a few things in your routine to start. Remember, your number one goal is to stay awake. So at first, just focus on whatever behaviors can get you to do that. Then, once you have those habits well established, you can consider laying in other beneficial behaviors. When you're ready to add a harder habit, make it something you really care about. It could be meditating, yoga, journaling, or whatever. The key is to pick something you have a strong desire to commit to. Or even better, something that is already a current habit you do regularly. For example, I used to exercise in the evenings, but I shifted to the mornings several years back. Adding that one habit I really care about into my morning routine gave me an added sense of purpose for getting up earlier. Make commitments you can't get out of. This is an optional one, but can be highly effective. Examples include paying for a fitness class and then wanting to go to get your money's worth, or getting a job that requires you to get up early. Finally, don't tweak your routine too much. Some experimentation is great and encouraged, but eventually you want to narrow things down and settle on a set routine. That way it can start to become a habit. Section 2. How to stop going to bed so late. Step 1. Cut out behaviors that harm your sleep. First, think about any habits that are causing you to stay up late, and try to work on limiting them. Here's some common problem behaviors. Your phone. Your phone is the number one thing you should consider cutting out at night. The reason why putting your phone away can be so helpful is that using your phone is a gateway into several other addictive things, like social media, games, and texting. If you put your phone away a few hours before bed, your sleep quality can improve dramatically. Blue light. Speaking of phones, I need to talk about blue light. Blue light comes from your phone and other electronic devices. All light can make it difficult to sleep, but blue light is much worse. Many studies recommend you avoid blue light in the period right before bed. If you can't avoid electronics entirely, there are apps which can dim or block out the blue light. Social media. I don't care whether it's on your phone, tablet, or computer. Social media is one of the biggest deterrents to you getting to bed on time. If at all possible, try to avoid social media at night. For me, it helps if I have a predetermined final social media check-in time. During my final check-in, I know it's my last time to check my accounts for the night. This helps me feel a bit better about not looking at them after, since I know I'm fairly caught up on things. Video games. Video games are incredibly addicting. If games are keeping you up late, try to cut them out after a certain time if you can. TV and podcasts. You want to be careful about doing these things right before bed as well, whether it's Netflix, a podcast, or yes, even YouTube. If done right, these things can help you unwind. But if done wrong, they can lead you into an endless entertainment binge. For me, it helps to have a set plan for what I'm going to watch. Like, I'm going to watch the next episode of Stranger Things on Netflix, and then I'm going to shift to reading. If you don't have a plan like that, you could end up staying up late, watching or listening to way more than you initially planned. People you live with or hang out with. Another thing that can keep you up is people around you who stay up late. When these situations arise, make sure to establish clear boundaries. Let them know when you are going to stop spending time with them and go to sleep. Work. Don't think because you are doing something productive, it's 100% good for you. Before you go to bed, it is really important to give yourself enough time to decompress. If you try to go to bed immediately after a hard day of work, it's going to be tough to get your brain to shut down. It is much more beneficial to put the work away and switch to something more relaxing before bed. Understandably, trying not to do some of these things before bed is easier said than done. But it helps to at least be aware that these things are contributing to your bad sleep habits. That way you can work on reducing them. If you want more tips on how to reduce addictive behaviors, like phone addictions, check out the description. Step 2. Have a solid night routine. It helps to have a consistent routine before you go to bed. This is for 2 reasons. First, it helps you get away from the bad behaviors I just discussed by replacing them with good behaviors. Second, night routines help you get in the right mindset to go to bed. That's because your brain has an easier time forming a new habit when it is paired with an existing one. And routines are a bundling of several habits in a row, each one reinforcing the others. So by the time you've reached the final step of going to bed, your brain is primed and ready for sleep. There's one major way night routines are different from morning routines. In the morning, your main goal of your routine is to get moving. But at night, the main goal of your routine is to wind down. Here are some things to consider when creating your night routine. Do any high energy or high stress things earlier in your routine. For example, it's totally fine if you work out in the evenings, but you don't want to do that right before bed. Include things that relax you. For me, reading before bed really helps me unwind and get to sleep easier. Turn the temperature down. Research has shown cooler temperatures help you sleep better. Reflect on the day. It can sometimes help calm your mind to reflect on how your day went. This could be something official like journaling, or it could be just spending a few minutes quietly thinking. Even if your day didn't go so well, this often helps. That's because it allows your mind to process those things so you don't worry about them as much when trying to sleep. Plan out the next day. If you haven't already, right before bed can be a great time to plan or fine-tune tomorrow's to-do list. Visualizing the day ahead of time can make it easier to kickstart things the next morning. Don't worry too much if you can't get your full routine done. Something unexpected comes up which gets in the way of your routine, that's okay. It's going to happen. Just get whatever parts of your routine done that you can. As you practice your night routine, over time your body will adjust, and you will start to form a habit of going to sleep right after your routine ends. Final tip. There is no universal best time to wake up or go to sleep. For some it's super early, for others it's later. It all comes down to your own unique situation. So make sure you find a sleep schedule that works for you. Not because someone says you need to follow a certain sleep schedule to be successful. If you want additional help changing your sleep schedule, I put together an editable template where you can fill out your plan. It includes checklists for your morning and night routines, as well as behaviors you want to cut out. You'll also get access to my newsletter with lots of great newsletter-only content. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to get notified when new videos come out. Thanks for watching, and best of luck on your journey to build self-discipline.